everyone, it's Norm. And every Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 5 Central, I'm coming right at you here on WRLR. Let's share some stories, get some information, have lots of fun, with plenty of music as we finish your business day in the office or take the drive home. Stream the net, 98.3 FM. Even use the TuneIn app. Join Norm, 3 to 5 Tuesdays, right here on WRLR.
You're looking for sports? Listen into the Sports Corner with the Sports Guys every Saturday morning. Don Johnson, Mike McCarthy, Rusty Silver. We've got the sports for you for 2 full hours. We'll cover everything. Baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, you name it, we got it. Sports Corner every Saturday morning for 2 full hours right here on WRLR 98.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Carson Beck. Do you like your weekly dose of Lake County sports? I have a show for you. Tune in to Lake County Sports Scoop right here on 98.3 WRLR on Mondays from 4 to 5 p.m., where me and my co-host, Carmel Corsairs assistant boys basketball coach, Fidel Garcia, recap and preview all things Lake County sports.
Reality Radio with your host, David Rich. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. Central Time. Good times and good conversation from the people that know. You want good, credible insight into politics, police reform, the climate, third-party politics, diet, self-help, and much more? Tune in every Tuesday to WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County. Till then, keep it real.
Hi, this is Ronald Curtis Grace, host of Ear Candy Emporium on WRLR 98.3 FM. Join us every Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll play some great music, have a laugh or two, and get the weekend started on the right note. That's Ear Candy Emporium, the home of sweet musical treats, every Friday afternoon from 4 to 6 on WRLR 98.3 FM and online at WRLR.FM.
Travel is one of life's great rewards, and there's always something new to see and experience when you travel the world like I do. Hi, I'm Rick Steves. Join me as we get better acquainted with the world each week on Travel with Rick Steves. Together, we'll explore fascinating sights, discover amazing food, and make new friends from near and far. Your radio is the only passport you'll need. Join us for Travel with Rick Steves.
Sunday afternoons at 4 and Thursdays at 3 on WRLR.
Reality's Rhythms, the music the world moves to. Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time on 98.3 FM WRLR, the voice of Lake County. With your host, David Rich. Tune in.
WRLR 98.3 FM.
Hey, Bob, is it time?
I think so.
Yeah, we should probably just start.
That's Info Explorers brought to you by Lawrence Welk tonight.
On WRLR 98.3 FM, Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider coming to you live on the Round Lake Beach Metro Station.
That's right, and Bobo is right on track here.
Oh, Bob, you got it, man. But
see what happens when you get old?
Well, as Bob mentioned, this is WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County, coming to you live on the Round Lake Beach Metro Station.
That's right. We are not robots, automatons, or anything. We are human beings at the moment.
No AI is involved
until
in
they
the show.
catch up to us.
Exactly.
So, but Info Explorers, I'd like to welcome our
local loyal listeners,
our regular listeners, and newbies here listening to us for the first time. The idea of this show is Ted and I are just looking through the ocean of information out there.
A sea of information.
You know, we're all digging through the same barrel of information, and everybody's coming up with different angles and everything. Mm-hmm. Ted and I, once in a while, we look outside the barrel to see what's going on, and that's where you get called crazy, racist. Let's see, what are the other words? Old, nuts. Yeah, we're looking for the stuff that's not in the barrel, but we do find some things that are interesting to talk about. So that's the idea of the show, and we're not here to sell supplements, books, or anything else. The reason for our show is to share information, and that's what we're trying to do, because you've got to be your own juror of information so you can decide what's going on beyond your personal experience. But I'll tell you what, personal experience is still the best thing, because when you're talking to people face-to-face about what they're experiencing and hearing and stuff, it's a hell of a lot more enlightening than reading something off the internet or opinion journalism that's all, that's all over the place, I mean, news is something blew up, something sank, somebody got killed or something, but 90% of the highway and the mainstream media is all opinion journalism. My God.
Shame on them.
Well, that's just the nature of things,
Well, as Bob mentioned, we do a shout-out to our local loyal listeners. So we want to say Zach Schneider, thank you very much for listening. Alex Schneider, thanks for listening. Eva, thank you very, 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 very much for listening. She drove all the way home quickly at speeds beyond the posted limit to get home in time. Yeah, to listen. But again, we thank you for listening, as well as Ben and Bella the Wonder Dog, as well as thousands of other folks. We'd be here all day giving the names if we did that. But again, we do thank you very much for being local loyal listeners.
Thank my wife, Linda Weggy Slipke, for not listening.
Yes,
and
we appreciate
her father, I found out I thought he was 94, but I found out he's 194, and he fought in the Civil War. He was the guy that told Pickett, don't worry about a thing. Just go ahead.
We got this. Well, Bob, speaking of old folks, I went to bloomhearing.com. They must be selling something, bloomhearing.com. 18 ways to help a loved one with a hearing loss. Now, Bob, when you get older, you have hearing loss.
Huh?
How's your hearing been, Bob?
Don't tell me.
Okay, well, besides just, talking louder and slower, which sometimes doesn't work, right? That's good for people that don't speak English.
What?
Yeah. How are you?
Talk slower, Ted.
Talk really slow. Anyway, 18 ways to help a loved one with hearing loss. It doesn't have to be a loved one, Bob. It could be your neighbor. It could be somebody in the traffic, somebody at work.
To me, a rolled-up newspaper, just hit him on the head, you point. Just hit newspaper to the head, you point, and they know.
It works with dogs.
It's got to work with,
exactly.
Your loved one.
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Anyway, number one, Bob. Well, it does say a loss of hearing is nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. I think you should be ashamed and embarrassed. I think you should.
We can be ashamed and embarrassed about so many other things.
Sure.
What the hell?
Yeah. It says it's completely natural and extremely common. Well, not when you're my age, okay? I would be embarrassed. I'd be ashamed. I'd be suicidal. But anyway, face the person directly when talking. Now, that makes sense, Bob. If a loved one has a hearing loss, you face them directly. Stare.
Then yell.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah. Stare them down, Bob. Woo, wah, wah, wah. So, number one, face the person directly when talking. That makes sense, right?
It does, but when a mask's on, it's like, hey, do you yell at them or you hands up? What do you do?
What you do, Bob, is you just use your eyes and you communicate with your eyes. You roll the eyebrows. So go to the brow bar so your brows are really pronounced. Okay. And number two, Bob.
Inform them if they miss something, like flushing the toilet.
Yeah, it's like,
wash your hands.
Yeah.
Don't stand in front of the car.
Pull your pants up.
Yeah.
They missed something.
Issues. Lawrence Welk is dead.
Yes, and he's not coming back.
And quit asking Alexa the same stupid question every half hour.
Yeah. Another thing, Bob, to help your loved one with hearing loss, don't start talking from another room. You go outside, close the door.
That's right. You put on a black cape and a flashlight. And you go out in the dark.
Ooh.
Then you go by the window and turn the flashlight on.
I'm talking to you.
It's time.
Yeah.
Come with me.
And you have a sickle with you.
So in that case, it would work from talking from another room.
Yes.
Like outside or something like that,
I like that idea. But get a black hoodie and a sickle and walk around the neighborhood at night.
It's time.
Okay, Bob, what else is a way to help a loved one with a hearing loss?
Rephrase what you said if needed.
Yeah. So you give him this long, I need you to go.
Yeah. Go. Just do it.
Well, it's like when they do a translation and someone goes, what they say? Nothing. Oh, okay.
Just go.
Just go.
Get in the car.
Don't shout. Oh, no. You have to shout.
So. You gotta shout.
You gotta shout. Yeah.
Eat your damn cereal.
Shouting actually distorts the words and can be perceived as rude or angry. No.
No.
I told you gotta eat your breakfast
cereal.
Oh, there's no milk. I don't care.
Eat it.
Water's fine. Rather than yelling, Bob, try rephrasing your sentence to add more context or a brief pause, like about 20 minutes. Hey, do you want breakfast
today?
Yay!
What?
Yeah. And what about signs? What about doing like cue cards?
I got some signs for you.
Yeah. Good morning. Are you okay? All right, Bob. What else for hearing loss here?
Say the person's name before beginning a conversation.
Bob. Bob.
Yeah, his real name, not your slang term for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the nickname out on the street.
Yeah. Hey, old man. I'm talking to you.
Crazy one.
Yeah. Yo, you. Speak naturally. Well, what other way is there? Speak naturally.
Like, you speak with many moons.
Yeah, it sounds like
you talk natural. Like natives here before you. You leave.
Yeah.
Keep our buffalo safe.
Yeah. Speak maybe like kind of organic.
Organic. How do you talk organic?
I don't know, but that's natural, right?
It is,
No GMO, so you can't have corn before you talk to him. All right, what else, Bob?
Reduce the background noise. You cannot talk to anybody, whether they're off the walls, old and crazy, or they're young and not paying attention to you.
So you got both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gotten to the point now, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm not competing with the TV.
No.
The computer.
No.
Their phone.
No.
And the inner voice talking to them all day long, telling them how great and how correct they are about everything.
Hey, baby, you look pretty cute.
When that's all out of the way, I will talk to the people.
Okay. But you got to reduce the background noise. That's true, Bob. You have to, yeah. Don't get frustrated. Maintain a positive demeanor. Yeah, don't show your anger. Yeah. Get that newspaper.
Yeah. I go through newspapers like that. I don't read them. I just roll them up and use
But
them.
you also have to hit them where it doesn't show.
Well, that's true.
I mean, because then they call like the authorities, right?
Right.
Does DCFS cover old people too, or no?
You know what? I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of organization. We got government all over the place, so it's
and seniors have rights, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind, okay?
Right, to drive their kids nuts.
Yeah, so don't get frustrated, Bob. This circles back to the rule about not shouting.
Yeah.
So you know what you do, Bob? You just do this. You just mouth it and just go. And they think words are coming out, but you just like...
you just go out with the hood and the flashlight at night. Listen to Bob. Yeah. Here is my son.
You are next. You don't listen to Bob. Oh, here's one, Bob. Think of ways you can communicate non-verbally.
Back to the newspaper. It's a simple thing. A stick, a ruler, a newspaper, anything.
A rolled up magazine is effective.
Anything, a hose. I mean,
but you got to cut a piece of the hose off.
That's right. Okay.
And take the end off too. You don't want to hit them at the end. Get their attention. And especially don't hit them in the ears. That hurts.
That's hurt. You want them to be alive.
Yeah, but even if you have hearing loss, Bob, if you hit them in the ears, I bet it's not going to help anything.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, probably not. Yeah, but that's nonverbal.
And don't get frustrated. No. All right. Think of ways you can communicate nonverbally. All right. Be understanding.
I understand you're
deaf. I know
this
hurts, but you have to learn. I know. It's difficult. You have difficulty learning, but I think I understand now.
I hear you much better. Bleeding. Arm is bruised.
His ears are like the size of basketballs.
Yeah. All of a sudden they call him Dumbo.
Yeah. So, no, that's very easy. This is an excellent article.
It is, yes.
This justifies everything
Yeah.
I've been doing, and that's why I'm going to jail.
Number 12, don't do all the talking. So give him a minute to respond, Bob.
See what they do. So, yeah, give them time to talk. That's very considerate.
So then consider other methods of communication.
Electroshock.
Yeah. You get the little drill. Okay, now.
Yeah, the car battery. Go to the car battery and tell them, if you touch this point and this point, you'll start the car.
Lick the battery. Yeah, but I think other methods of communication, Bob, that'd be a good idea, though, right? There's other ways of saying hi.
Yeah, take an online hearing test. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah. So you can't hear anything. You're going to go on a computer, all right?
And that would probably make them, it would be shameful.
Remote TV, you're doing a Chinese fire drill.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. They want to go on their, remember, right Windows 9 for. We're sorry.
Yes. We should do a little station ID, Bob.
Bob Slipke and
Ted Schneider.
We are your info expert.
WRLR.
Now, Bob, for the hearing impaired, maybe you should crank up a little bit and do it again.
What?
A little more.
Let's try it again.
WRLR. 98.3 FM.
That's better.
What?
Yeah. Okay, now, this is Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider.
Oh, no, you're giving my name. Great.
Yeah, WRLR.
About Bob and Ted. You better take off the air.
Yeah, and Bob was doing that, by the way, impersonating me. But we're talking about 18 ways to help a loved one with hearing loss from bloomhearing.com. Bob, here's one. Look up, understand the hearing aid stigma is real.
A stigma?
Yeah.
What is that? Is there like extra batteries, or is that?
Stigma is like a game, isn't it? Isn't it on the?
Is that a card game, or is that the one you play with dice?
No, stigma is at the end of the flower, isn't it?
I don't know. What's a stigma? Google it.
I don't know.
A stigma.
Let's do a stigma.
I think it's a card game. You get hearing aid with cards. Because what do we do?
1 second. What's the definition of stigma?
Here's the definition of stigma. A mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person.
So that's like this show.
A mark of disgrace, Bob, if you have a hearing aid. A mark of disgrace.
Hell, everybody from the 1960s and any rock concerts got to have hearing aids now. That's a badge of courage.
Okay, Bob, how about number 16?
Look up hearing loss support groups in your community or online. That's not a bad idea.
Sure, a bunch of deaf people sit around in a circle.
What? Don't tell me.
And then they start whacking each other.
Yeah, you just go there and you sell them newspapers and they're rolling them up and hitting each other.
Yeah. Have an honest talk about their hearing loss, Bob.
You're deaf. You're deaf.
Slower.
You're deaf.
And lastly, Bob, suggest a visit to an audiologist and have your hearing tested, too.
I'm not crazy about audis, I'll be honest with you.
No, me neither.
They're expensive, and I think there's better cars made.
Aren't they kind of hard to maintain, too?
Yeah,
I think so. Well,
that solves that.
For those few people that were listening, that was 18 ways to help a loved one with hearing loss from bloomhearing.com. All right, well, this is Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR 98.3 FM.
I just love buttons.
Yeah, Bob's just. Yeah, Bob has some kind of nervous system issue with his fingers. His hand-eye coordination is not what it used to be. Yeah. Anyway, Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR 98.3 FM. And we're coming to you live from the Round Lake Beach Metro Station. We're talking on the Info Explorer radio show. And next from Derek McNaughton, driving.ca-auto news. Top 20 rules of the road for drivers and cyclists. Now, Bob, there's a lot of cyclists, motorcyclists, bicyclists, right? And the rules of the road actually apply to everybody. Now, you wouldn't know that, but if you're on a bicycle or a motorcycle, you're supposed to observe the rules of the road.
I agree with you. But, you know, there's a lot of danger out there, too.
Stranger danger.
And one of the new dangers is people blacking out from these vaccines, these blood clots. giving blackouts to people driving on the car. So
really,
all of a sudden, if you're driving down the road and you see a car coming at you,
swerving,
there's a very good chance that that person just blacked out behind the wheel. So if you're either on a motorcycle, a cycle, or a car,
or walking on the sidewalk,
or walking, heads up, folks.
Yeah, it could be.
We got a new threat besides drunk drivers.
And also those that have been taking too much marijuana.
That's right. So you got the daydreamers out there.
You got the distracted.
You got the
drunks.
The blood clot vaccine people now.
That's only J&J though, right?
AstraZeneca and Moderna are having some side effects too, and that's a very interesting thing that we are not seeing these days. And that's how many people are dying after they get vaccinated.
Yeah,
you don't see a number on that.
That'd be interesting to find out.
What's interesting about in India is they've had a spike.
Oh yeah, big spike.
A big spike in India. It's several months after they initiated the vaccination program over there.
Did you see there's bodies floating that one river?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I think there was like some kind of summer camp.
Well, yeah, they didn't pay the bills.
Summer camp gone wrong.
Yeah.
Float, Johnny, float.
But keep that in mind.
Johnny's dead.
It's something where, once again, when you're reading the news, it's what we're not being told versus what we're being told.
This is true.
I would like to know how many people have died after getting the vaccine, whether it's blood clots, stroke,
suicide,
anything.
They were driven to suicide.
It doesn't matter, but I'd like to see that number. And anybody that even tries to mention that gets really harassed and bullied by Big Pharma. So,
or they're floating in the river.
Or they're in the Chicago River swimming marathon.
Going backwards.
Yeah, and down. It's like a breath-holding contest.
Well, that's interesting. But it makes a good point. Now back to 20 Rules of the Road for Drivers and Cyclists by Derek McNaughton. You think he's Irish? Derek McNaughton. Drivers, remember, cyclists are entitled to the same road as much as you, except those guys on the highway, they're going
at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'd get out of the way.
And you're on a seat and you have a handlebar, 2 tires.
I've got a bicycle and I'm on 294. You can't.
Well, here's one, Bob. When you see a cyclist, slow down and give them room.
I give them room.
Like 4 inches?
Yeah. No, I'm always giving plenty of room to people walking the dogs.
Yeah.
You don't know if the dogs are going to jump in excitement seeing your car.
Or seeing you.
Or seeing me.
Bob. It's Bob.
So you just don't know.
So here's the rules, Bob, for drivers. One,
all right, here we go.
When you see a cyclist, slow down and give them room. And that makes sense. I try to give them enough room, right?
Yeah.
Enough room so if they fall off, I'm not going to run them over. I have enough time to stop. That's the rule.
Yeah, and here the next point, too, the next paragraph is never expect the cyclist to obey the rules.
Nope, never.
Do you know? How many times I've seen the cyclists on the wrong side of the road?
Yep.
They're ignoring stop signs, going right through
in between traffic
without even watching anybody around. They're in their own little world with their headphones on and their helmets. And who can touch me now?
Yeah, I'm invincible. Be alert at intersections, Bob, and when changing lanes. Intersections are the majority of car versus bike collisions. That's where they occur. Yeah, intersections are where the majority of car versus bike collisions occur, in part because cyclists can't always be seen. So that's why they have those bumper stickers, right? It says, see motorcyclists.
Yeah.
That's true. What else, Bob? Rules for drivers.
Well, opening the car door, that's the one that always...
That's anybody, though.
Wherever I'm looking, I'm always watching, whether I'm in a parking lot or what. You don't know. Say you're in a parking lot, and some of these people like to drive through between the cars instead of backing up. Or
they drive, they go across versus down the aisles.
Right.
Yeah, they should be pulled out of their cars and probably flogged.
All right.
That's starting.
That's easy.
Yeah.
The newspaper.
Yeah.
The rolled up newspaper. I can sell a lot of newspapers tonight.
I think in that case, Bob, it would be the hose, a piece of hose, and you leave the nozzle on the end.
But yeah, you got to watch these people doing shortcuts because more than likely they're on their phone.
Yep.
Talking to their girlfriend. Oh, I just got done finishing. I got so many new pairs of shoes now. Oh my God! I just ran over somebody. I got to go. Bye bye.
Like a big pizza. Yeah. Here it says, sidewalk alert. Cyclists should not be riding on sidewalks, but they do because they may feel safer. Now, wait a second. I have seen bicyclists on sidewalks. In Chicago, the rule is if you're over 12, you got to be on the street.
Really?
Under 12. If you're over 12, you can get a ticket in the city of Chicago for riding your bicycle on the sidewalk.
Oh, my God.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a source of income, Bob, that Chicago is not actualizing. But again, sidewalk alerts, especially bicycles, because what happens is you're not going to see them cross because they're coming fast. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone just walking.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Wow.
Okay. Now, drivers, Bob, give cyclists a wide berth.
Yes.
Okay? You got to give them
Yes.
some space.
You know?
A berth.
And one of the things that I was always taught was when you're on the road, whether you're in a car, a truck, 747, aircraft carrier, going down the highway, pretend like nobody can see you. Drive like nobody can see you and be as defensive as possible.
Okay.
So
you can pick your nose. You can,
that's right. Just pretend you're not there and people will ignore you. But drive like nobody can see you and they're going to cut you off, run you down.
So you have to be defensive.
Take a few shots at you.
Yeah. But that happens all the
block
time
the
now.
intersection. I mean,
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that is probably the safest tip anybody should have, no matter what you're doing on the road with other people around.
Driveways, Bob, the same sidewalk hazard presents itself on driveways because what happens is you're backing out and you don't look in the driveway. Now, today's cameras are...
You're looking out the camera and you're not looking out the side.
And the bicycle's coming pretty fast.
Yeah, I almost ran somebody over pulling out. I think the guy was deliberately trying to get hit. I stopped in time, but...
So, like, it was a suicide by Buick?
I'm thinking, suicide by Buick. So, yeah.
Give him time, Bob. Don't rudely honk. No, I think you should.
I think, everybody is mad about something. You might as well honk at them.
Yeah, cyclists using the roadway correctly, though, especially in the inner city, will often be slower to take off from stoplights. Why? They're not battery-powered. They should have battery-powered bicycles.
Right.
Slow slugs.
Yeah.
Never text or use your phone. No, never.
We're all not that important. We don't have to be connected to the internet every second of the day. Besides, the things are tracking us anyway. Shut it off. Confuse Big Brother.
Yeah. I wish you could like years ago, you could take the battery off and actually kill the phone. Now, on an iPhone, you can't pull your battery off. Can you pull off on yours, your Android? No. So
you shut it off. If you shut it off, will they still be able to track you?
Sure. You have to take the battery off.
Really?
Yeah. Undo the battery. Take the battery off for it to stop tracking.
So if we left it at home, it would be tracking.
Or
us.
you put it in something like you throw it on a train that goes by here. And there goes Bob. Bob's on the train.
The phone was 3 by 5. Now it's 12 by 15 feet.
Yeah. I'd never assume you have the right of way.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, but you know what, Bob? When I drive, I have the right of way. It's just the Ted rule. Ted goes first. You come to a four-way stop, it's like the police. Yeah, he's like, hey, I go first. Come on. Now, here's some of the... Also, Bob, lastly, be patient, be courteous, be kind. Yeah. When was the last time you saw those 3 words on the road? Be patient, be courteous, be kind.
And that guy I ran over.
Yeah, he was kind and courteous. Now, Bob, for cyclists, what are the rules for cyclists?
Never assume you have any more right to use the road. Yeah, that's right. Everybody shares.
Right.
We're all equal. That should make the wacky left happy.
Yeah.
We're all equal on the road, whether you're driving a cement truck or a unicycle.
But they're not paying taxes, are they, in the bicycle?
Yeah.
Right?
Right, but the cement truck is, so let the cement truck go through.
Yeah. What else, Bob?
God, what would a cement truck do to a cyclist? Oh, my God.
Recycle it. It'd be gone.
Gone.
Look for the eyes. Don't expect...
Yeah.
Do not expect that you've been seen. That's true. If you're on a bicycle, like this kid, I was driving to the doctor the other day, and it was during like school hours. I saw 2 kids cross the street. I'm still waiting for them. I start up. Next thing you know, there's a kid that runs in the middle of the street right in front of me. I wasn't looking at the left again. In other words, that kid assumed I saw her. I didn't. So as a bicyclist, same thing. Make eye contact.
Wow.
Throw a brick at the windshield. Do something. Get their attention. What else, Bob?
Expect rude behavior.
Rude behavior.
Even before you get in the car. There's going to be some jerks out there.
Yeah.
They go to jerk class.
Yeah. Some drivers can be absolute jerks, cutting you off and not giving you space.
There's something you don't see at the community college.
What's that?
Jerk on the road class.
Yeah. How to handle jerks on the road.
No, how to be a jerk on the road.
Yeah.
Learn from the best.
And don't ride on the sidewalk, especially the wrong way. You're supposed, as a bicyclist, not a motorcycle, but motorcycle or bicyclist, you're supposed to go with traffic.
Yeah, I think cyclists here. Let's think bicyclists.
Bicyclists.
Motorcyclists, you stay on the road.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
You drive a Harley on the sidewalk, you have to be taken out and shot.
Yeah. Use hand signals liberally.
Yeah. Help me!
Warning, Will Robinson.
No, there's 3 signs to use.
Oh, is there?
Stop. Straight out is a left, and up is a right.
Or is that high?
This is the...
Yeah, that's not High Hitler, is it?
Yeah.
If you tilt it forward, that's like...
That's right. You up and out, and...
Yeah. Yeah, then they call you a Nazi.
Nazis.
What else? We should probably take a break now. Let's do a break.
Right.
Yeah, we should. We'll do some station ID.
Right.
Some public service announcements. Sure, why not?
All right.
Go ahead.
This is Bob Slipke.
Ted Schneider.
And we are Info Explorers, and we are on...
WRLR 98.3 FM.
WRLR is community radio.
I feel much more informed with what's happening today.
When we say community, we really mean it.
It's not like corporate, and it's just a good station, you know?
We don't belong to some large corporation that makes a profit from this station.
Because I like the diversity.
And listeners won't be forced to listen to large blocks of advertising. Operations at community radio stations are made possible through grants and underwriting from companies within this area of operation. And donations, funds, and equipment, services, and time from area residents who volunteer their time to get involved.
It's as if it's my next door neighbor talking to me, only he's on the radio instead of next door to me.
Real people just like you.
I like them. They tell it like it is.
Local focus, local news, local music, of the local people, and by the local people.
It's different than the rest of the stuff I hear.
I love the show. I listen every day.
WRLR.
Our friend Dick Cherniak, the Cherniak family, and the Lighthouse Marina in Fox Lake remind you, go out and donate blood today. With your help, there can be a steady supply of blood to meet the continuous needs of members of the community. This message from our friend Dick Cherniak and the great people out at the Lighthouse Marina on Oak Street in Fox Lake. Blood is meant to circulate. Pass it around. Life is the most precious gift you can give, so please donate blood today.
21,000. There are over 21,000 children in foster care in Illinois. Nearly 600 in just Lake County. But every one of them needs and deserves a safe, stable, and nurturing family. All it takes is one to change the life of a child in foster care. You can be that one for a child in Lake County. Learn more at littlecity.org/Lake County. That's littlecity.org/Lake County. Pittsburgh Symphony Radio, hosted by Jim Cunningham, presents 2-hour concerts with music director Manfred Honig and guest artists. Listen for interviews, historic recordings, and the latest weekly concerts from Heinz Hall. Pittsburgh Symphony Radio on WRLR is sponsored by an endowment in memory of Florence and Merwin Kine. Enjoy Pittsburgh Symphony Radio, Mondays from 8 to 10 p.m., right here on WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County.
There's plenty of features and terrific new blues coming up in this week's edition of At the Crossroads. Listen for Larkin Poe, Terminal Station, Steve Strongman, Rob Lutz, and Nora Jean Wallace. Sonny Rhodes has The Hidden Gem presented by Stony Plain Records. Damon Fowler is in the New Music Spotlight, and the Lee Oscar Harmonicas Classic Cut from 1963 features James Cotton.
What's it like to walk in the shoes of a Navy SEAL, a beekeeper, a rabbi, a dentist, a ghost hunter, or a professional clown? Join me, Jim Wunderlich, on Word of Mouth, Thursday mornings from 11 a.m. to noon, and hear their stories. Captivating guests from a wide range of professions sharing a behind-the-curtain view of their jobs. Jobs such as an interrogator from Guantanamo, a private chef, a film director, a doctor, an orchestra conductor, a college basketball coach.
Where's a good place to find sports? Right here on WRLR 98.3 FM with the Sports Corner every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 o'clock. We'll cover everything: baseball, basketball, hockey, football, even some high school sports. And we'll throw in some college football, basketball, too. Listen to the Sports Corner every Saturday morning, 2 full hours, 8 to 10 o'clock, right here on WRLR 98.3 FM.
Hey everyone, it's Norm. And every Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 5 Central, I'm coming right at you here on WRLR. Let's share some stories, get some information, have lots of fun, with plenty of music as we finish your business day in the office or take the drive home. Stream the net, 98.3 FM. Even use the TuneIn app. Join Norm, 3 to 5 Tuesdays, right here on WRLR.
You're looking for sports? Listen into the Sports Corner with the Sports Guys every Saturday morning. Don Johnson, Mike McCarthy, Rusty Silver. We've got the sports for you for 2 full hours. We'll cover everything. Baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, you name it, we got it. Sports Corner every Saturday morning for 2 full hours right here on WRLR 98.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Carson Beck. Do you like your weekly dose of Lake County sports? I have a show for you. Tune in to Lake County Sports Scoop right here on 98.3 WRLR on Mondays from 4 to 5 p.m. where me and my co-host, Carmel Corsairs assistant boys basketball coach, Fidel Garcia, recap and preview all things Lake County sports.
Reality Radio with your host, David Rich. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. Central Time. Good times and good conversation from the people that know. You want good, credible insight into politics, police reform, the climate, third-party politics, diet, self-help, and much more? Tune in every Tuesday to WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County. Till then, keep it real.
Here we are in
Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County, coming to you live from the Round Lake Beach Metro Station every Tuesday from 7 to 9. Well, we talked about some rules of the road for bicyclists and cyclists and motorists, and we talked about rude people, Bob, at one point, right? They said drivers can be jerks and expect rude behavior. Well, that's a great tie-in. We went to wikihow.com, co-authored by Nicolette Tura. She's an MA. What's an MA, you think? I mean, well, yeah, I won't say that one. Anyway, how to deal with rude people. Now, Bob, there's some rude people. Are there rude people in your life that you've come in contact with? No.
60 years, I've seen a lot of weirdos.
Yeah, so how to deal with rude people. Again, this is co-authored by Nicolette Tura. She says, number one, stay calm. Confronting the person won't work if you're angry and aggressive. So they're rude to you, Bob, and you remain calm.
Continue reading your newspaper at this point.
Yeah, but slowly roll it up. If you feel upset or frazzled by a rude comment, the person said, you take a deep breath before approaching them. That way you have some energy. You're kind of loading up.
That's right.
Load up. I'm ready to bam, 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 bam.
Now, and before you take a shot at somebody, make sure you what do they call that? Where you stick your arm out to get your
distance. You want to make sure they're within striking distance.
Yeah, you make sure they're in striking distance.
Right. Yeah.
They're sizing you up. So it's just like, hey, nice shirt. Touch them on the shoulder, and then you know you can nail them.
Then you know you're within range.
That's right. So.
And with a mask on, Bob, they can't see you're evil right now.
Sunglasses and a mask, yeah, just like all those people blocking intersections.
I love going to the bank now.
Yeah.
Number two, Bob, how to deal with rude people.
Be direct. Avoid beating around the bush or being passive-aggressive. Face them square on, make eye contact, and cut straight to the chase about what they did upset you.
Now, if they're deaf, what do you do?
Yeah. Sign language.
Yeah. Yeah. They can't learn from their mistake, Bob, if they don't know what they did.
That's right. Use humor. That's right. Poof, poof. Isn't this funny? Poof, poof, poof.
Well, I guess so. If someone cuts in front of you at the grocery store, don't let a dramatic sigh. No, you stab them, right? That's what the guy did. Remember? He thought that girl was cut in front of him.
Throw a bag of frozen vegetables at him. Huh?
Yeah. Or a watermelon, something heavy.
Or the skinny stalker.
Yeah. Excuse me, miss. Yes, excuse me.
Sir, you cannot touch me.
Yeah, little chokehold. What else, Bob, if you had to deal with rude people?
Be polite. Sir, I'm about to beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Please smile. This is going to be enjoyable for both you and me.
I'm sorry. The best way to fight rudeness, Bob, is with kindness. A smile in your face. Anyway,
that's what they'll say on your tombstone. He was kind to everybody, including his murderer. Yeah, that's nice.
Use humor, Bob. If you feel uncomfortable directly calling someone out on the rudeness in a serious way, incorporate humor to diffuse the tension.
You know, run. If you're going to try and make the guy laugh, he'll laugh as he watches you run away, but you'll be a hell of a lot healthier.
I agree. And remember, you just have to run faster than the slowest person.
That's right.
So be in a crowd of big fat people. And number 5, Bob.
Oh, who wrote this? This guy who wrote this up against a bully. You ain't going to make it, kid. Have a civilized conversation. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'd like to have a civilized conversation with you. You were very rude to me back there.
You go up to a guy, his neck is as thick as his thigh. He's tattooed all over the place. His jaw is bigger than his forehead. His forehead is sloping back, and he's got a mean look on with sunglasses and a leather jacket. Now go up to him and have a civilized conversation. Hey, you, hey! You ain't going to last. No, it ain't going to happen.
You want to try to understand the perspective, Bob, by saying, quote, I find what you just did to be rude and disrespectful. What makes you say that?
Fear.
Yeah.
Sir, you've been doing very bad things to me. Poof, poof.
Bob, if it does turn into a heated argument and the person continues to be rude and disrespectful, walk away.
Oh, now walk away. Right?
As they got you by the shirt.
Yeah, he's going to throw you over 3 aisles, and then you can walk away. There you go. That's going to really work out.
Gives a new meaning to the word clean up in aisle 3. Number 6, Bob.
Let's see. Use I statements as opposed to you statements. I think you're a beep. What'd you say? I think you're a beep.
You statements, Bob, point the blame and accusations to the listener, which might make them defensive. But if they're rude anyway, they're rude and ignorant, probably.
Yeah.
Right? Number 7, talk to them in private. No one likes...
Yeah, you want to be in a closet with a gorilla. Yeah. Sir, you've been very bad to me.
Yeah, hey, let's go in the alley and talk about this. Then he pulls a gun because there's no cameras back there. Yeah, talk to him. No one wants to be signaled out in front of others when they are at fault. Yeah, if the person is being rude to you when you're in a group, try to wait until you can talk to them one-on-one. Yeah, so you follow them in the bathroom.
You know, this sounds like something that was written in a faculty lounge. Tell you what, you want to solve the problem in this country? Go arrest everybody in every faculty lounge in this country and put them in re-education centers, and things will be a hell of a lot nicer.
You also don't want to overthink the situation, Bob. If you've confronted someone about the behavior and things aren't improving, accept that you've done as much as you can, and then run.
Right, that's it. I mean, think about it. You're going to go up to somebody that has arms the size of your neck, and he's just got wounds all over him, and he looks like he's just not, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
So he had
a look in the face.
So he had his second vaccination shot, you're saying?
Third or fourth.
Yeah.
Several boosters.
Hey, they were free. I went back for a third one or a fourth one.
Now they're saying, first was like, get 1 shot. Now it's 2 shots. Now they're talking about boosters every year till the end of time.
Bob, they're free, though. Why not, right?
They're free.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't pay for them. A federal government paid for them with our tax money.
Yeah, Pfizer's only made how many money? Yeah, Moderna and...
Here's what I got an angle on this. I got to throw this at you. So they're talking about these vaccines stimulating these spike proteins in all of us.
Yeah.
And making us lethally contagious biobombs. Here's what I can see happening. So now the wacko people thinks it's a Chinese pre-invasion tactic here to get half of us sick, get the rest of us sick. But I think 6 months from now, you're going to read a newspaper headline that says, oops, they discovered something wrong with the vaccines that causes la-da-da to happen, but they have the antidote.
Yeah.
And you can get the antidote
for only
or
No, they're
maybe
gonna
like
charge you.
$500.
They're going to charge you for that one, Bob.
Yeah, because the government ain't paying for it. So yeah.
It's like drugs. They give you a sample free.
You know,
then you pay for it.
This is like your friendly heroin dealer down the street. Here, this is free. Don't worry about it. Then they get you hooked.
Yeah. I want some more vaccine.
That's my prediction. Let's see what happens.
Oh, we should probably do a little station break, Bob.
Oh, we should do something.
Or just say what station we're on.
Well, I don't know.
We should. Go ahead.
We're going to do it right here. Not
sure. Go ahead.
Stand by. Here we go.
WRLR 98.3 FM.
Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR, as the man said, coming to you live from the Round Lake Beach Metro Station every Tuesday from 7 to 9.
Really, we've had a great time here for, a couple of years now?
11, Bob.
No, I mean just in this studio here.
Oh, God, yeah, it's been a couple of years now, sure.
So I tell you, it's a fun place to be. I'm a train fanatic, so I enjoy seeing the trains coming through and stuff, especially when they don't come through the station. I like to
makes it much
stay
more
off to the side. It's enjoyable to see them.
As long as they stay on the tracks, that's what I care about.
And I'm sitting here watching to make sure the Chinese troop trains aren't coming down the tracks here from Canada. So.
Yeah, and they have those red stars. They're easy to see.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, that was a good article. I like that one, Bob. Let's see if we can find the right one now. Ready? Go. Good.
Moving right along.
Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR 98.3 FM. Bob, this does not apply to you, but applies to me. Candace Doby at lifehack.org says, how to relax quickly when you're addicted to work. Now, Bob, you don't really work too hard, do you?
You know what? My days of working 9 to 5 are over. I go in as needed.
Okay.
And nobody's called me to the firm I own, so I'm like, hey, you're right.
All right. Well, Bob, you've reached the end of your workday, a day that started with you skimming hours from sleep to get a jump start on your to-do list, to continue with the eating lunch at your desk to avoid losing momentum, ignoring calls from family and friends to fend off feelings of guilt about not working. Well, now, here's 5 temporary solutions to try to ease the tension of mental exhaustion from being addicted to work until you're ready to put the courageous effort to change your approach to work. Number 1, Bob, take a walk around the block. So you want to come home. Right. You get home, you want to unwind, and if you're good, take several walks around the block, especially at night when people have their curtains open and there's lights on the inside and you can see in. That's the kind of walking around the block I like to do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But also, Bob, sometimes you leave the house and you just keep walking, never come back. That'd be a way of...
I'm not at that point in dementia yet.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I do have tags on me in case I do get lost. Yeah. I got like a symbol with a map on it.
So you can see, get your way?
Right.
So. You get a little thing under your skin, too, that can track you?
That's right, yeah.
You went to the vet for that, right?
Everything else.
Yeah, okay. So, Bob, take a walk around the block. You have to unwind quickly. Do that, okay?
Yeah.
So how else can you unwind when you get home from work if you're addicted to work?
Well, I really can't talk about a lot of that
on
the air here.
Well, number 2, it says here, crawl under a weighted blanket.
I have one of those, and they are comfortable.
But I have one, and I couldn't breathe. It was crushing my lungs, my ribs.
Well, you're too damn skinny. Get some weight on you.
Oh, that could be.
You know, I got one. It's only a 15-pound.
Well, this was a 300-pound weighted blanket. Yeah,
that's it was on sale, right?
Yeah. I pulled it up, and all of a sudden, I broke 3 ribs with this weighted blanket.
No, I got a 15-pound weighted blanket. And
it doesn't make you you can breathe okay, or?
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty big, you know.
Okay.
I can handle this. It's like having a small...
Small woman?
We're going off the deep end.
Okay.
Exactly. How far can we take this?
Well,
no, it's like having somebody laying on top of you.
Is it?
Yeah, but a very light...
Like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, like...
Or a dog. Maybe a dog.
Like a dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't smell. It
doesn't want to lick you.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so so you actually have a blanket. It says here, the type of blankets range from 5 to 30 pounds. It's designed to help you feel snug and secure like a comforting hug. Pressure therapy.
Well,
I have enough pressure.
There is something to that. There are points in your hand and body.
What's it called? Flexology?
Yeah, that's right. And there are certain things you can do. If you hold all your fingers for a minute, that'll relieve stress.
Really?
Yeah, and it does work.
Well, Bob, can you pull my finger? That'll relieve some stress. Okay.
We're going to get in trouble.
All right, Bob. So weighted blanket. I've never heard of that, though. I mean, 30 pounds sounds heavy.
It is. It's
Like-
too much. Trust me, 15 pounds
Is enough?
all you need.
And you can feel it. You can tell it's a
You can tell a difference.
Okay. What else, Bob? If you want to try to unwind quickly when you get home from work.
Music. And I got to say, there's some great channels on Sirius Radio.
Sirius?
And I've got the, oh, hell, I haven't used it in a long time. I've got it set up
You talking
for
about music?
different parts.
You talking about
it's,
music?
It's a music thing. What the?
App?
No, it's something else.
Record player.
Sonos.
Oh, Sonos.
I have a Sonos system that has a phenomenal.
Sonos, that's my cousin's name. He lives in Greek. Sonos, hey.
Sonos
Whoop-ah.
Kalipki.
Yeah. Kala,
No,
kala.
Sonos has so many options.
Is it like
on it.
Lexus or Alexa? No.
No.
It's a speaker.
Yeah, it's a speaker, and you control it with your computer or your tablet.
Okay,
or,
so it doesn't listen to your voice command.
No, it's no voice command stuff. That's going to get interesting. Alexa and some of these other programs are just a stepping stone. I see a digital assistant that would be an app, either on your phone or your tablet or something. You create your own avatar assistant, and you can program it to tell you sports scores, weather, news.
Like an admin.
Yeah. So it'd be like having a personal butler or whatever assistant. I think it's going to be a phenomenal thing. Samsung is working on it. I'm not sure what it's called, but it debuted at the Consumer Electronics Show last year, and I think it's going to be coming out this fall. I'm not sure. Check with Samsung News and see what they've got going
or go
on.
to CNET or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. But very interesting things.
But you have a good point, Bob. Music definitely can calm you down.
You got
transport you someplace else.
You got the elevator channel. You got the elevator music channel, and you got spa, and you got symphonies. You got everything. But also on Comcast and AT&T,
you can,
and all those. They've got those
rock,
music channels.
blues.
Everybody never goes to them, but they have some great channels and music selections playing on those music channels. So instead of falling asleep in front of the TV news every night, go to one of those music channels, or you could go to YouTube. They have ambient music selections where it's like a painting with little animations in it, like waterfalls.
So it's like you're in LSD or something, or what?
No, it's just a moving picture.
Okay.
And they play music.
A moving picture.
A moving picture.
Wow.
So, like one is they've got all the music from like Lord of the Rings in the elf realm.
Okay.
Very relaxing music, and there's like a picture of the elf kingdom there. And just there's nothing there. Birds fly through once in a while, and the rivers are running.
So
and that's it. There's nothing else happening.
That'd probably keep me awake, though. Seeing birds
Waiting for
flying.
something to happen.
Right, like Godzilla come down the river.
Yeah, no, it's like watching a movie produced in a communist country where they control everything. Nothing happens that would offend everybody.
Okay.
So.
Well, keep moving here, Bob, to relax. It says, say cheese. Smiling Bob is easy, quick, and loaded with relaxation benefits. So I guess if you want to come home, just smile. You walk in the door, and they go, honey, how was your day? And you smile.
What's wrong?
Yeah, so you look like a hyena. Plus, Bob, if you smile a lot in the street and just don't stop smiling, people will start looking at you. Right? You might be relaxed, but people are going to think he's crazy. He's smiling.
I'm thinking Jack Nicholson and Wendy.
Yeah. So
he was smiling.
Yeah, so I would think you have to be careful. But it says when you smile, your brain releases dopamine and endorphins. So you better be wearing a diaper.
Release.
Right? Yeah, chemical messengers that help lighten the mood. So Bob, smile. You feeling better? Smile real quick, right? We're gonna smile on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, smile.
This is good.
Wow, I felt it. It was a rush.
If you really want to take relaxation up a notch, try smiling while lying on the floor. Is that face down?
That'll
when
work.
You've been shot. I'm dead.
So, Bob, you're at a store. You're at work. You're at a store, and you're stressing out. You lay on the floor, and you start smiling.
911. What's wrong with him? I don't know. He fell on the floor, and he's smiling.
He's smiling. I see all these endorphins.
COVID reaction.
Yeah, all these endorphins and dopamines is slipping out of his ear.
They're all over the floor. Get him up. Mop it up.
Yeah. What else, Bob? Again, so lying on the floor and smiling. There you go. Yeah, try that one. Well, that was...
Isn't opinion...
Yeah, that was...
Opinion news is so great.
Yeah, Candace Doby, lifehack.org, how to relax quickly. So you get home, smile, and lay on the floor. Nothing's wrong with me, honey.
Hell, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Keep going. All right, Bob. You supposed to do a break in between?
No, here we go.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, this is Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider on WRLR 98.3 FM, the voice of Lake County, coming live from the Round Lake Beach Metro Station every Tuesday from 7 to 9.
You know what I think is going on? Because my knuckles are always dragging on the street when I'm walking.
Yeah.
I think my knuckles are a little swollen. It keeps hitting this one button over
Maybe it's
here.
arthritis, Bob.
You know? No, I think
Seborrhea?
I'm a knuckle dragger.
Psoriasis?
You know? I'm not that far removed from Neanderthals. So
Eczema?
You know?
Polio? All right, Bob. 10 leading causes of weight gain and obesity. We have about 5 minutes. We can wrap this one up. But obesity, Bob, is one of the biggest health problems in the world. Really, just in the U.S. There's no fat people out of the U.S. The only one there's only one person out of the U.S. that's fat. Kim Jong-un. And it's one thing to be a fat person, but to be the fattest person in your country, that's embarrassing.
I'm thinking sumo wrestlers and...
well, what else? They're out past Samoa. Samoa is a very...
Some big boys out there, and there's that island off of Kauai that you can't get to, but...
where the lepers were?
No, this is different. These guys are from, like, Samoa or some kind of tribe that's been living on this island. It's off limits, and the smallest person is, like, 400 pounds.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's incredible. Was one of their more famous, famous singers from the island.
He was a big
beautiful
boy.
Voice.
Yeah.
Died early. That's too bad. But there's a genetic thing on this island that's really weird.
Well, here's 10 leading causes, Bob, of weight gain and obesity. Number 1, obesity and willpower. You know, many people seem to think that weight gain and obesity are caused by a lack of willpower. Well, it is. Stop eating, for God's sake. But number 1, genetics, Bob. Obesity has a strong genetic component. Children of obese parents are much more likely to become obese than children of lean parents.
Yeah, but you know what? I think it's the home environment in this case. I'd like to see, if you're at the grocery store, without being too annoying, and you see a fairly healthy couple or a fat couple, take a look in the cart and see what they're eating. I think you're going to see a lot of processed foods in one group and a lot of weird, expensive organic stuff in another.
And here I'm thinking you're going to ask that couple to come home with you. Hey, come on home with me. I want you to cook.
I'm doing a study. Come home with me.
I'm a scientist.
I'm a scientist. There's nothing to worry about anything we do.
Yeah.
Science is religion.
Science.
Anything we say must be believed.
Anyway, I genetics, forget it. It's what you have in the house. Chips, ice cream for breakfast. I mean, come on. Number 2, Bob, engineered junk foods. Yum, yum, like ho-hos and fruit pies. Cookies, ice cream. Bologna, hot dogs. Anyway, engineered junk foods, Bob. Yes, engineered. But what if they're just junk foods and engineered?
Well,
that's okay.
That's called organic.
Yeah, that's organic. Like, aren't Twinkies organic? Nothing artificial in those puppies.
Yeah, there was something about as our civilization decays 100,000 years from now, when everything is decayed to rust and rocks and dust, Twinkies will still be here.
Big Macs.
And Big Macs. Some archaeologists up at that point will go, must be some religious symbols or something.
Who would have eaten this thing?
Maybe aliens brought it to the planet.
Yeah, it can't be humans.
Humans
Bob,
would never eat that.
10 leading causes of weight gain, obesity, healthline.com. Food addiction, Bob. Many sugar, sweetened, high-fat junk foods stimulate the reward centers in your brain.
That is interesting because I like barbecued chicken and hamburgers and stuff, but I'm looking at the ingredients on
barbecued hamburgers.
Yeah, I cook hamburgers on the barbecue.
Okay, gotcha.
But a lot of these sauces and stuff,
sugar
is like the first or second ingredient.
Brown sugar,
ketchup, and sugar.
Yeah,
and more sugar, and then a fancy Latin name for other sugars.
Yeah,
and then tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, also, Bob, aggressive marketing. Junk food producers are very aggressive marketers. So you might be a victim of aggressive marketing.
Yeah.
right? You just had to buy that, those Orioles, or you had to get that ice cream, or you had that frozen pizza.
They make you feel like you got to have it. And if you're an obsessive compulsive, you fall for that trick every time.
Yep.
Like
a bear trap.
If you don't buy it now, it ain't going to be available.
Exactly.
How many times have I heard that line to try and close a deal?
Yeah, and they're doing it now with gasoline, too, right? Gasoline's going to be shortage. And...
Oh, my God, yeah. What's going on the East Coast? I can't believe how vital one gasoline pipeline was.
Shut one little pipeline down.
Oh, my God. Do you realize if we're in a war, somebody bombs that pipeline.
That's it.
That's it.
Just go in the basement and shoot yourself.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So, no, I wouldn't, but, I'm set for a while. I'm like in a bomb shelter now.
You got the 10,000 gallons under your...
I got everything. I got ammunition. I got
arrows.
Satellite communication. I got some food. We're ready for anything.
A blanket.
That's right. A heavy blanket.
Heavy blanket.
If I can throw it at somebody.
It'll wrap drop a 30-pound blanket off the roof.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a blanket.
You pick it up and do it again. So right now, go to marthastewart.com and buy all the weighted blankets you can for home protection.
I just want all of you to know, remember, Samson destroyed an army with the jawbone of an ass.
Samsung?
Samson.
Oh, Samson. I thought you said Samsung.
Samson and Delilah, you heathen.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not Catholic.